Hello, it is a dark episode for February the 27th, 2026, and a good day. I'm happy to report, which I just reported, that I finished The Library at Mount Char. Very good audiobook experience. Lots of interesting stuff that I'll have to think about I like the story of it. I have to think about it kind of thematically, I guess, of like what that's saying. If I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. It's always good to try and kind of think of that too, so you're not just stuck there plot summarizing. I mean, I think there's a main thrust in there of grounding people in human, which is interesting. Though it's interesting to apply that to a cosmic scale, and does that work? I guess that would be a good question for Carolyn. Yeah. Other than that, I did a little bit of writing, still thrashing around there whether I can actually produce anything worth submitting, and that's just to LE, so we're just talking wank fiction here. Haven't in a good long time. What else? Yeah. At work, enjoyed my work, enjoyed being at work. Less boneheaded than as I was confessing last night about how I was kind of bonehead. And I'm not gotten over that, but it's just like, okay, I'm going to keep that in mind and move forward and not let it, you can get neurotic about stuff, not do that, but try and incorporate it in and be a better person. Which, there's definitely room for that. So much room for that. All right. Yeah. I'm also reading Angel Down at the moment by Daniel Kraus, which is quite poetic, quite splattery, quite an angel that everyone sort of sees what they desire in. The five, rapidly shrinking number of privates who were fuck-ups, malingerers, or just guilty of being black, who get tasked with getting to find this shrieker, which turns out to be a fallen angel, possibly a shot down angel from the armaments, shot higher into the heavens than had been before ever recorded, and perhaps caught an angel off guard. But an angel who appears as a woman, but I think appears as a different woman depending on who's looking at her. The things that men will do, because it's definitely big old sausage fest here in the muck and mire of World War I France, with these American doughboys. It's an interesting book. All right. Oh, and there's an Arthur Mecken connection with the Angels of Mons, which has actually gotten even mentioned in the book itself, talking about the Angel of Mons, which was where Arthur Mecken wrote a short story during World War I that was about an angel falling. I think about an angel or some kind of a creature in World War I, but it was meant to be fiction, but it got published as almost like a first-hand account because he kind of like did stories like that, but it got published in during the war, and people actually took it as real, even though that was not his intention. It's sort of like Orson Welles doing a version of the War of the Worlds, but doing it as a radio kind of news broadcast, and that theoretically, at least maybe on some level, getting taken as an actual event that was happening and causing panic. The miracle of the angel at Mons. So that's where I am at that. I'm just wading my way through, so I don't have much to say. All right, I'm going to leave it there. More videos later.